Hey, so what's going on, guys? In this video, we roll out coats 2 and coats 3 on the top side of the boat. Finished, get it all laid out, done. So what you'll see is you'll see me roll out coat 2. I'll hit that with the 320 and then roll that one out. And then I'll come back and do the third coat and hit that with 400 grit paper and we roll that out. And in the end, I'll show you the finished product. It really is coming out nice. I'm happy with it. And that will allow us to move on to fit and finish. So got my gloves on, getting ready to work. So no more talking and more working. So let's get to it. We're etching up the first coat of paint and we're going to lay down a second coat and we'll start to see it turn a deeper blue, which is what we're looking for. So when I first started out, I'm moving pretty quick. I don't want to take a lot of product off. I just want it to be etched up good so the second coat lays over it and it gets a deeper blue, which is the result we're looking for. So just going to do some detailing and some spots I can't get with the sander, and yeah, and we're going to start painting. We'll roll on the second coat and I'll show you that when I get started. Whew. Okay, so as you can tell, I've shed a layer, so we have about 60 degrees in here now, and we're going to roll out this second coat. So here we go. Okay, not a lot of thinner applied to this coat, so we're looking for it to just fill in a little bit more with deeper color. So as we roll this second one on, we're still going to go with the thin is better. You know, we don't want to put it on heavy. But the fact that I haven't thinned it as much, I mean very little, I put maybe a quarter of the amount I put in last time. And I don't expect it to run. I had a little bit of a run. This is where I began the first coat. And again, just trying to see how my setup was working. So this is rolling on nice though, it's covered. And just like that, we're off and running again. So okay, so like last time, I'm just going to roll this entire hull out again and I'll bring you guys back and you can see how coat 2 looks. So I'm going to get to rolling. Let's see what I'm... All right, coat number 2 is on. Minus the floor. And as you all know, I'm putting marine mat on the floor and I'll get to painting that. I'll put another coat on that eventually. But as you can see, a little bit more of a deeper blue tone to it. Very happy with how it went on. Used a lot less thinner here. I think because I've been around this boat so many times now that I'm getting good at it, so it's not setting up on me. So I'm working more efficiently. And as you can see, it just looks so much better. Very happy with it. So that's our result for coat number 2. Okay, so coat 2 is on. We're going to let this set up for a few days. We'll leave the heat on in here probably for the next, I don't know, 8 hours or so. Let it finish setting up, and then being that it gets cold in here, we'll come back, we'll turn the heat on again, we'll let it set up. We give it a few days. It's just better. I think that it's coming out good because we're doing that. Hey guys, okay, so we're back. We're going to try to roll out coat 3 today, but first we got to do some sanding. So I'm kind of moving along at a pretty nice pace here. I'm not trying to stay in one spot too long. The name of the game here is just to get an etch on it, which I can kind of see as the paint kind of turns a bit of a light blue color. That tells me that I'm scratching the surface enough and I'm not pushing hard on this block. I don't want to take a lot of product off. I just want to make a surface to accept another coat. That's the main goal here. And I can kind of see that it's pretty smooth anyway. But I know this is a very vital step into keeping the coats getting smoother and smoother as they lay down, which I've noticed has happened in the first two coats. See, the first coat was pretty smooth, and it did a pretty decent job sanding the primer. So the object not to stay in one spot for too long, and then obviously give it a good cleaning with the acetone, and then we're ready to roll on another coat. I'm trying to parallel each side, try to kind of move in one time, just go down to the other end of the boat. And it's not very dusty. For those of you that might be wondering why I don't have a mask on, there's not a lot of dust. I do have a fan blowing in a window that's not on camera. Basically pulling out air and pulling in fresh air, so we're okay. Again, this is probably, out of all the sanding I've done, this is the easiest round of sanding. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this so you don't have to watch me sand a boat for an hour. Probably takes me about 45 minutes to kind of just make sure I cover everything. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up that, and we'll be back when I start painting. Third coat, hopefully the final coat. We'll see. Okay, so we are done sanding. We have everything kind of the way we want it. Pardon me while I adjust the camera angle here so I can show you. As you can see, just a nice little fade put into it. You know, it takes some of the shine out, as you can see, because on the floor, as I've said, you know, we're not really concerned with the floor because of what we're going to be putting there as a finished product. But as you can see, that has a gloss to it, and where I sanded with the 400, I just wanted to get this nice and smooth. And this is smooth. I mean, it's hard to tell on camera, but you have to take my word for it. This is nice and smooth. This is what I wanted, and it was not like this when I bought the boat. It was crazed and it was just a mess. So yeah, so that is what we were looking for with the sanding on the 400 grit. So now that we've got that done, we're gonna wipe this boat down and then we'll start painting. So I'll check back with you guys when I get to. All right, so we're just going to finish up here and be done with it, and that'll be the third coat. All right, so we're done with the third coat. Covered well, and I didn't have to go back and fill the tray again. I was able to get all the way around the boat. As you can see, I didn't do the floor. I'm going to do that separate. That's just the easier. It's just a lot of work to do the sides, the front, the bow, the stern, both sides, and then try to do the floor as well. It's just a lot of work, bending over, standing up. I'd rather just roll out the floor. That's how I did it the first time, but it covered nice, and I'm very happy with how it looks and how it came out. It's nice and smooth, and it looks good. That is coat 3. You can definitely see a difference between, you know, the floor with one coat on and the sides with the 3. So there you can see how the blue just, the color deepens and it just starts to fill out. So I'm liking where we're at. I'm gonna let it dry, come back, take a look, show you guys what it looks like dry, and then we'll go. Alright folks, coats 2 and 3 complete. We have rolled out the entire boat and it's looking good. I like the way it looks. It is a real deeper blue now. That's the color we're looking for. And this was a phase I was excited to get to because I wanted to see what it would look like with fresh paint on it. Not dull and faded like it was, but brought back pretty close to original. I'm not going to say original because I'm no professional, but for first time painting a boat, I'm pretty happy with it. So floor, gunnels, transom, everything's looking good. It's looking the way I expected it to look. I mean, could it look better? Absolutely. I mean, let's be honest, but for somebody that likes to work on boats and wanted to take on a project that was a little bit beyond what I've done in the past, I'm pretty happy with how it's going. So, I like it. Okay, so that's going to be a wrap for this video. We were able to achieve our goal. That was get coats 2 and coats 3 on the boat. So really happy with how it came out. I am ready to move on to the next phase, and that will be a console. We're going to build a console for this, and then we are going to install the motor. Probably next month on the motor. I got really lucky. I was able to get a Suzuki 90, and we're going to show you how that all goes on a boat, from drilling the transom to installing the motor. So we'll get into that down the road. But really excited now. We're gonna get this console built. Wanted to get all this paint laid out, do a mock-up on the console, and moving forward. So, hey, thanks for sticking with me this far, and more of you have signed up. We're up over 100 subs now, so I appreciate that very much. So guys, if you like it, hit the like button, subscribe, and yeah, we got a lot more coming. So once we get this boat done, we're gonna be out and about on it, so you don't wanna miss out. If you followed me this far, let's follow me further. All right, so I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks.